Hello, everybody. I hope you're having a good day, and welcome to my rant about cross progressions slash expectations for the upcoming perk changes. So, recently I saw a list of perks that Dead by Daylight is planning on patching, nerfing, or buffing, or even just completely reworking at all. And one perk that caught my interest that wasn't on there was the Pig's Perk Hangman's Trick. I saw a really good fan idea on this perk recently. It was to make like all Scourge hooks like basement hooks, like all four sides are like completely surrounded, which like is really good for outdoor maps if like the perk is just if the hook is just out in the open. But I mean, obviously in the map I'm playing in this video, as you can see, the hooks are right up against the walls. So maybe you can probably just spawn more hooks into the map or something. Because as right now, nobody uses this perk. It is just not used by anybody, and that's kind of disappointing because I've seen some actually pretty cool and fun-looking fan ideas. Obviously, generic opinion like the Dead Hard should be good. I'm excited for the Rune rework. I'm excited for all these perk changes because they can be really good. It might actually keep me interested. But moving on to the bigger thing that's kind of having me a bit upset, I recently bought a gaming PC in which I lost all, I didn't lose my progress, but all of my progress on the Xbox Series X was, I had like all perks on Doctor. He was Prestige 3. Same goes for the Cenobite. I had a lot of people Prestige 3. I had a lot of progress. I have a lot of cosmetics unlocked and a lot of tome cosmetics unlocked for that as well. And I was playing that for the past 3 years, maybe even 4 years. But I lost like all of that moving on to the PC. I Googled it and I there's no progression whatsoever, which is fairly disappointing because I really liked the previous tome's Doctor skin, the Valentine's one, the white Plague Doctor mask. That I really liked that cosmetic. But unfortunately, newer players don't get to have the previous tomes, which is upsetting. So I've been grinding on this new account, and as you can see, I've actually made a bit of progress in the 30 hours of playthrough I have. I unlocked barbecue and chili, Pop Goes the Weasel, Deadlocked, I unlocked all the bare bones. I even got Hag all leveled up. It's just really disappointing because I just wish I could have kept all that progress instead of starting from scratch. The main reason why I transferred in the first place is because the controller is just really snappy. Some people are better with it than me, but the mouse is just a lot more smooth. And like I can't even play as Huntress or the Blight, or I have difficulty playing the Nurse on console due to like the snappy controller, but I've really liked the mouse and keyboard. It's very easy to use those killers. I haven't bought all the killers on this account yet because it's a little bit pricey, but it's just a little disappointing that I can't not have to buy every single person all over again and every cosmetic I enjoyed all over again, or there's not even a possibility of me getting any of the previous tomes cosmetics. It's just I have to completely start all over. That's just disappointing. But on the bright side, we are making decent progress with this new account and I've been having a lot of fun. Obviously, I feel like a Smurf account right now because I'm just getting nothing but 4Ks. I obviously try to let as many people go as possible in the event. Year 6 anniversary, which is really helping towards the grind, might I say. This is the perfect time to start a new account due to the large amount of blood points that is being accumulated over the time of me playing. I only have like 30 hours on this account and I've already gotten like 4 killers level 40. I got some of them are level 30 to 35, but that's mainly because of my luck and the bare bones perks right now. God, starting over sucks. So the perks that I'm seeing right now is all the perks that are getting reworked is Tinkerer, Barbecue and Chili, Borrowed Time, Botany Knowledge, Calm Spirit, Corrupt Intervention, the Clown Healing perk, the Dark Devotion, Dark Sense, Dead Hard, Decisive Strike, Deja Vu. Deja Vu. I mean, that one wasn't too bad. I mean, that's a really nice beginner perk. The Jeff perk, Eruption, Scourge Hook, Pain Resonance. No, that's one of the Cenobites Scourge hooks. Hope. I didn't think Hope was too bad. Iron Will, Surge, Volt, whatever you want to call it. Knockout. Lethal Pursuer. That's an interesting one. I wonder if it's getting... It's not too powerful. I mean, it's not even that weak either. It's really good for the Cenobite or any other killer. Yeah. Huh. That's interesting. Uh, the feather one for the survivors that get rid of the scratch marks, that one needs to be buffed. Um, I can't remember what that one's called, but it's you get hit once and you lose all scratch marks for like the next 40 seconds. Monster's Shrine. I hope it's not getting buffed in favor of camping Bubbas. That would be pretty bad, but let's see what they got. I'm actually kind of a little excited to see what they do with that one. Noed. The infamous Noed finally getting nerfed. Who would have thought? The I don't know what that one's called, but I know it's a survivor perk. The newer Hattie perk, I am not quite sure what that one does. It's surprising that they're already planning on completely reworking the brand new perk they just introduced. I don't know what that one is. Overcharge, pain. That one's pain resonance. I think it's just going to get nerfed. Just a simple little number tweak, I assume. Um, Pop Goes the Weasel. That I mean, that one's not even that powerful to a degree because you have to go out of your way to kick a generator and you can't be in chase. I always thought of Pop Goes the Weasel as a somewhat more balanced perk, even as a survivor that I play as. It's like the killer can't be in a chase and destroy a generator at the same time, or they can't be doing something else and get the 25% progression that they drop everything they're doing just to drop the 25%, which I feel like is kind of like you lose something, but you also gain something at the same time. You don't gain progress towards hook progression, you make slowdown. Well, I thought that was a pretty fair trade-off, but I guess it's going to be nerfed into the ground. I doubt it's going to receive a rework. Because I feel like all these reworks that are being mentioned are probably just going to be number tweaks. I don't think they're going to have any significant overhaul for effects or any of that stuff, is my theory. If I'm wrong, and all of them do get reworked into something really good that everybody enjoys. Like, the thing is like Call of Duty Zombies did a similar thing for Black Ops 4. Is like, there was like the five main the five big perks. There was like Quick Revive, there was Stamina Up, there was Speed Cola, Juggernog, there was Double Tap, and those were like the five powerful perks that everyone used, and they tried adding more and more perks, but everyone just loved those original four, and really nobody ever used the newer ones because there was a 4 perk limit. I know this is different because Call of Duty Zombies is different from Dead by Daylight, but you get the idea. So in Black Ops 4, instead of making 4 powerful perks that everyone used, they added like so many just mid perks. All of them were just mid, and like it was just you got to customize the perks before you went into the game, which I mean I thought was pretty cool, but everyone just didn't like how mid every single perk was. It was just that was the biggest train wreck of Call of Duty Black Ops 4 right there. It's just every perk was just so mid and nobody ever wanted to use them. Obviously they changed that in Cold War and haven't even played Vanguard that much, so Don't know what that's up to, but I know is how big of a cluster train wreck Black Ops 4 Zombies was, and I just don't want the same to end up for Dead by Daylight to the point where every perk is just mid. Um, there's the one scavenger perk, Ruin. My theory is if these perks get reworked, it's gonna go back to the old Ruin, but like I think it's just gonna be massive gen regression for any missed skill checks, or I really don't know what they're gonna do with that one. I think it's just gonna be number tweaking because no way they're gonna go out of the way to completely overhaul and change 39 perks. They got Saboteur, Self Care, the Solo Survivor, uh, Laurie Strode perk, Spine Chill. I didn't see a problem with that one. I guess it just counted stealth killers way too much. Tenacity. I think that one's gonna get buffed because that's not a powerful perk at all. Phasmophobia. It's just a boring perk. We need additional effects. And then we're gonna live forever. The barbecue of chili of survivors, but it's just a lot harder to get. Huh. Oh, that's interesting. I am personally excited if they do decide to completely rework every perk. I feel like their definition of rework is just tweaking numbers, which I hope it's not, but... Ooh, my chair's a bit squeaky there. Yeah, I doubt that they're just gonna rework them. Maybe they might rework a few of them, but I don't think they're gonna rework every single one. It's just gonna be mostly number tweaking because I don't know if they do decide to rework every single one, there will obviously be a new meta of just probably, I don't know, probably the clown's healing perk will be reworked or buffed in a way so that like everybody runs it. I'm just excited for a new meta because their meta recently has just been so boring, and I am personally excited to see what the next meta will be because hopefully it won't be as boring as Tinkerer, Ruin, Pop Goes the Weasel, Barbecue and Chili. I want more easy ways to get blood points or double blood points from a match without using a perk slot such as Barbecue and Chili. That was every time I run Barbecue and Chili, like I feel like it's a necessity, and every time I don't run it, I only think about the blood points I'm missing out on, which is one of the main reasons why I always run it, because every time I don't run it, I'm always just like, well, just think about all the blood points I'm missing out on, you know? It's just, I just can't not use it. I really wish there was a way to, like, get new blood points. I just don't want them just to completely remove the effects, so we're just back to square one of just no double blood points. They need to add a new way to get blood points, or even better, they completely rework the way blood points are earned and rework the blood whip. But we all know that that's not going to happen. There's more killers and survivors being added, and more blood points needed to be grinded, and more prestige 3. Starting an account right now is not the best. The best time to start an account is the anniversaries, and I guess if the easiest time to start a count is as early as possible, because the longer you wait, the more you're gonna have to grind. It's just a grind. It's such a grind. But as you can see here, I'm starting to catch on to these immersed survivors. This was funny. But Dead by Daylight is a grind, and these perk reworks should really help out with the meta. It's not going to help out on the grind, but one thing I forgot to mention is that yes, they are actually going to help towards the grind, because prestiging will unlock the killer's perks for every single other killer without having to be unlocking the blood web. And prestige 1 is tier 1, prestige 2 tier 2, and prestige 3 being tier 3 for all killers, which is, I love that. That's great. But I'm starting a new account, so oh shoot. I didn't have to start a new account. If I could, I would have just used mouse and keyboard on the Xbox, but I can't. God, I had to snuff a total of 4 boon totems this match. This was frustrating. That was too many boons I had to destroy. I had to destroy 4 of them before they stopped putting them back up. I just am really excited for the new upcoming perk changes. This will help immensely with the meta, and I want to see a world where we're gonna live forever, dead hard, spine chill, resilient. Resilience wasn't on the list. Wait, let me double check it. Yeah, resilience is not on the list. That is like one of the most run perks I see apart from dead hard. Obviously, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just runs so often. I would have expected them to at least tweak that one. That's surprising. Hmm. Well, I know one thing for sure. After all these perks get reworked, resilience will be remaining to be another commonly used perk. I think resilience will be in the meta after this because resilience is the only old familiar perk they have, and if they decide to nerf all these perks on the ground, which I don't see them nerfing Saboteur, but that's interesting. Hopefully this won't be the last major perk rework. I am hoping this is the beginning of something wonderful, but they said that when they completely reworked like all the killers recently. That was not even recent. That was like a while ago. They completely reworked a bunch of killers and they tweaked a bunch of perks and then the people were like, "Oh, this is the hopefully the start of something wonderful." And that was like during the Trapper rework when they completely added like in 2 bear traps to his base kit, and people were hoping that mid-chapter patches would start doing more stuff to buff old killers that are in no way near the meta anymore. But that was the last time we saw anything for like a major killer overhaul. I know that they reworked Legion and Ghostface, but the one where they did Trapper, they did small tweaks to nearly like a buttload of killers, and that was exciting. So hopefully we're gonna have more of these, and it's just not another situation of just happens once, you're not gonna get it again. But that's all I have time for today. Have a good rest of your day, and see you later.